From my ex, a dozen different things you wanna ask me. Shut it all down, don't wanna feel two different hands on my body. Buying another drink just for me. I'll keep the rhythm steady, rock with me. Let that sink in, I wanna rewrite my own destiny. We've got the same mind, you got me so high. We've got the same mind, I love you all night. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels we got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same, got the same. Same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, we got the same mind. The same mind, the same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. Almost drunk enough to forget the thousand different things he used to say to me. Shut it all down, get reckless. If you're ready, baby, try me. Get the body moving just for me. Hit the lights, get down, get on to me. Let that sink in, I wanna rewrite my own history. Rewrite my own history. We've got the same mind, you got me so high. We've got the same mind, I love you all night. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels we got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same, got the same. Same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, got the same mind. I ain't looking for love. I just wanna get drunk on you. One sip is enough. Oh, I just wanna get high on you. We got the same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. The same mind. We got the same mind, the same mind. The same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind.
We've got the same mind.
You don't know me like I wish you would. You don't know me like
Hi, what's up everyone? Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Happy Valentine's Day, and first stream back in a little while since I just got my computer fixed. And happy Valentine's Day, Zach. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, so let's start off with the total crypto market cap and see how that's looking today. Okay, so on the weekly, I'm really liking the looks of the MACD currently. That's 3 weeks straight of the bearish momentum starting to get weaker. The stochastic's currently coiling up, so going to probably see some form of significant move either to the upside or downside soon, whether that bounces or crosses. The RSI just got pretty close to oversold, down around 36, so that's looking nice. And the candle's showing some indecision right here just as we're hugging up against this fib level here. And so on the daily, we do have some bullish momentum starting to get weaker here, but the stochastic had crossed bullish. So I'm really liking the looks of the stochastic currently, on top of just being oversold on the RSI for the daily chart. Yeah, thanks, Ty. Yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to check out for you tonight, just let me know. Whenever I'm done checking out the usuals, I'll get to your stuff for you. I'm liking the looks of the candle so far. It's showing a little bit of indecision, but whichever direction it moves, we'll probably get some form of significant move soon. And the 4 hour, we actually have the first bullish momentum right here starting, and I'm guessing that's probably about 4 or 5 days. So that's actually looking really nice right there on top of the stochastic crossing bullish. RSI was just oversold. So on the 4 hour, everything's actually pointing towards a sign of a potential rally. We even have the candle starting to bullishly engulf right here. So I'm liking the looks of the total crypto market cap for the time being. Alright, now let's see how Bitcoin's looking. Okay, 3 weeks straight of the bearish momentum starting to get weaker. Stochastic is currently bullish as well. RSI got pretty close to oversold. Yo, what's up, Louie? Hope you're having a great night tonight. The daily does show the bearish momentum currently getting weaker, but we do have a bullish cross here, and we were just oversold on the RSI. And I'm liking the looks of this little bit of green right here starting to show, so we're going to have to see how this develops. And 3 bullish bars of momentum right here. Stochastic bullish. For Bitcoin, we didn't get quite as oversold as the total crypto market cap, but I'm liking the bullish engulfing candle, the stochastic, and the MACD here. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye to see if we get a little rally, and if Bitcoin breaks above 46,400 and we get a higher low above here, I will really be liking the looks of Bitcoin at that point, which means that the total crypto market cap could be in for a nice rally soon. Looking like a little bit of consolidation on the 1 hour, but the more significant time frames are currently looking nice to me for the time being. So in the event that Bitcoin does end up pulling back, all that we need is for Bitcoin to form a higher low. Something along the lines of a double bottom or a triple bottom would be great. So we just got the low here down around about 32,500 roughly. So if we were to come down, touch down around this level and bounce again, that'll be a confirmation of trend reversal at that point, which would be looking amazing for Bitcoin. So we could either rally from here, which is great, or if we come down, all that we need would be either a double bottom or maybe even a triple bottom here. As long as we don't break below this 32,600, 32,500 roughly, that level, things are still looking amazing for Bitcoin and the total crypto market. Alright, now let's see how Ethereum's holding up. Okay, so we got the same thing going on the weekly. Stochastic is currently bullish, but it's kind of winding up. 3 weeks straight of bearish momentum getting weaker. Showing some consolidation on the candles here, and the RSI got pretty close to oversold, but not quite yet. The daily bullish momentum is actually getting weaker, but the stochastic is attempting to cross bullish, and the RSI just got a very significant pullback to oversold around 17.75. And the candle is showing some consolidation here, so I'm going to wait to see what happens with Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap. But if Bitcoin ends up running, I'm expecting Ethereum to get a nice rally as well. Yeah, the 4 hours looking amazing. 3 bars straight of bullish momentum growing. Stochastics crossed bullish. The RSI just came down to oversold. And the candles are currently bullishly engulfing. So I believe there's a stronger bullish case for the time being for Bitcoin, total crypto market cap, and Ethereum. Yeah, 1 hour still shows some consolidation, so it could just cool off for a little bit. But from the 4 hour and up, I'm really liking the looks of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the total crypto market cap for now. And let's see how XRP's looking. XRP's looking great. So weekly bullish engulfing candle. Stochastics crossed very clearly bullish here. 3 days straight of bearish momentum getting weaker. On the daily, the bulls are losing a bit of momentum, but the stochastic is coiling up here. And it was just overbought actually on the RSI. So daily, it's showing a little bit of consolidation here. You can see there's these wicks coming down, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we could potentially just form a little bull flag and then attempt to get a nice rally here, especially if Bitcoin and total crypto market cap end up running. And if the 4 hour looks good, then I'm liking the looks of the 4 hour. It didn't quite get oversold, but it came down to about 38, which is nice. Bullish cross on the stochastic, and very clearly getting weaker for the bearish momentum. And it's attempting to just form a slight bullish engulfing candle here. So I'm kind of seeing more of a bull flag going on here, which would more than likely break to the upside. Comes up, forms a little flag shape here, and then could just get a nice little pop and rally. So what I'm going to want to see is XRP to come up and form a higher low above this fib level here, which would be 0.83424. And if we were to form a higher low above here after getting a nice little pop, loving the looks of XRP at that point. Alright, so VVS Finance. This would be my favorite DeFi 1.0 project for the time being. So the stochastic is currently crossed bearish. And looking like we got some bearish engulfing candles going on here. 4 hours looking pretty close to cooled off though. Potential for it to pop if it wants to there. Yeah, it was pretty clearly overbought here for a little bit. And there was just some bearish divergence right here that had played out into this little pullback that we've seen here. Looks like the RSI is pretty close to cooled off though, so might be a little bit more downside on VVS, but I don't think it's got too long left before it starts to rally again, especially if the total crypto market cap comes back around. And we do have some bullish divergence here on the 1 hour as well. So you can see that the RSI forms a low, then a higher low, but the candles goes from high to low. So this is going from down to up, this is going from up to down. So that would be a bullish divergence. Now the 1 hour isn't as significant as the 4 hour or the daily, but it's possible that this would be enough for it to start to get a little rally and come back around, especially with the 4 hour stochastic being all the way down here. It wouldn't take much for that to cross bullish and begin to run again. So I'll be keeping an eye on VVS in the coming days to see how that plays out, but overall I'm thinking maybe a tiny bit more pullback if there's some, and then it's probably going to start to rally. And is there any assets you guys want me to check out for you tonight? So Thor just got a nice little rally here today. Stochastic is bullish. RSI got pretty close to oversold. I'm just going to add in the MACD here quick. I'm liking the looks of the MACD as well. Bears are starting to lose momentum. That on top of the stochastic crossing bullish. Starting to look nice on the daily. And I'm really liking the looks of the 4 hour as well. Stochastic does look like it's attempting to cross bearish, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. But the MACD is showing quite a bit of bullish momentum starting to build here. If we were to get a higher low, it's looking good still. So I pretty well just want to make sure that we don't dump below the 58 level here. And 1 hour's got a bearish cross. And there's no bearish divergence on the RSI here, but it was just quite overbought. And the MACD does show that the bulls are losing a little bit of strength on the 1 hour, but that's just the 1 hour, so that's, as I normally say, not that significant of a time frame, especially compared to the 4 hour and the daily charts. Yeah, it sounds good. I'll take a look at Doge right now, Zach. So Doge is currently one of my favorite looking charts for the time being. We are absolutely floored, so we are below the Fibonacci level at this point. The stochastic on the daily could be looking better. It's currently cross bearish, but there was just some very significant bullish divergence right here on the daily. So the candles are coming down, but the RSI is going from low to higher low. So that would be a divergence right here. So between the daily bullish divergence and being under the fib levels currently, I'm really liking this accumulation zone. If this asset starts to run again, it's about a 5x to previous all-time highs. And personally, if Doge does end up running again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see $1.50 this cycle. So if that's the case, we would be between a 5 to 10x of those highs, 5x of the 0.75 level, and 10x, well, a little more than a 10x actually if it hits $1.50. So really liking the looks of that right now. Not really much bullish momentum going on right now. You can see that getting weaker there. But on the 4 hour, the stochastic is attempting to cross bullish, so that's what we want to be seeing right there. And the RSI was actually just oversold on the 4 hour. I don't see any bullish divergence bullish engulfing going on right here. So the candles is kind of just showing consolidation, but the indicators currently are looking like there's a nice chance that this could be getting a beautiful rally soon. Yeah, I'm kind of just seeing consolidation on the 1 hour as well. I'm probably going to wait for a little more information to develop on this asset, but if we see Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap begin to run, Doge is in for one beautiful, amazing rally to finish this cycle. So out of everything I talked about today, this would probably be my favorite asset at a great accumulation zone. So if there's anything that I would accumulate at these levels, it would be Doge. And I might as well take a look at SHIB since we're already checking out Doge. Yeah, it sounds good, Ty. I'll check out AION and Polar right as soon as I'm done checking out SHIB. Alright, so on the weekly, that's 3 weeks straight of bearish momentum beginning to weaken on the MACD, so that's nice. Stochastic is currently cross bullish. And I'm liking the looks of these candles here. Got a nice bullish engulfing here, and it's looking like it's attempting to bullishly engulf as well this week. It's looking quite similar to Doge actually on the daily. MACD showing the bulls losing momentum, but the stochastic's coiling up like it wants to decide which direction to break. And we did just get quite overbought on the RSI, but it's looking like there's a nice bull flag going on right here. So got a little pump coming down into kind of a flag shape. Now bull flags more often than not break to the upside, but this is going to end up depending on what happens with Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap. If Bitcoin and total market cap ends up running, Shiba Inu's probably in for a nice rally as well. So we're currently just shy of 3x to previous all-time highs on SHIB. I would be watching for a break above this fib level, and if we see a higher low forming above, let's say 0.00003920, and we form a higher low right above that level and form some support at this resistance, going to be loving the looks of SHIB at that point. So this is going to really depend on what happens with Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap. Alright, now let's see how AION's holding up. So this is an extremely high risk, high reward asset. The all-time highs are absolutely crazy on this from where we are now, about $12.40 roughly, and we're currently just shy of 10 cents. So on the weekly, I'm liking the looks of the MACD. That's 2 weeks straight of the bears losing momentum. The stochastic is coiling up like it's trying to decide what to do, but we're currently under the 20 zone right now, so more likely than not breaking to the upside, which would be amazing. And the RSI didn't get quite oversold, but it came down to 33.6, which is very close. Okay, I'm also liking the looks of the daily for now. So the MACD does show bulls losing momentum, but the stochastic is looking like it's attempting to cross bullish. And the RSI was actually just quite oversold, down around 23.5. So the daily chart is looking pretty nice right now for AION. The candles are showing quite a lot of consolidation, like it's trying to decide what to do. But if the total crypto market cap runs, this is one asset that's probably in for a phenomenal rally from here. The previous high that we hit was 0.71, so 71.6 cents USD. So just the previous high we hit would be a little over a 7x from where we are right now on AION. So really great risk-reward ratio from where we're at for the time being, especially if it ends up rallying up to some of those higher highs that we've seen during the previous cycle. And I'm really liking the looks of the 4-hour. It's attempting to bullishly engulf here. And the RSI got pretty close to oversold. Stochastics crossed bullish. Little tiny bit of bullish MACD momentum starting to build there, but we're going to have to see how that develops. It did just get quite overbought right here, shot all the way up to 91 during that last little pump it had. I can definitely see this one getting a nice rally if the total crypto market cap decides to go again. Yeah, overall I'm liking the looks of AION for the time being. Yeah, I never seen this chart yet for Polar, but if this is correct, that's a crazy wick. Yeah, I'm just going to double check something quick here and see if this is the correct price. $2.88. Yeah, that would be the correct chart. Wow. So that's a really crazy wick there that I've never seen on Polar yet, but was just near $50 that first day. Alright, so for the daily, the stochastic is just slightly cross bullish, coiled up like it's trying to decide what to do, but we're currently under that 20 zone, so that's looking nice. The MACD has 3 days straight of bearish momentum getting weaker. We just had a nice bullish engulfing candle here. A little indecision on the next day. 4-hour I'm also really liking the looks of. We got the bullish momentum beginning to grow. Stochastic is cross bullish. And the RSI didn't quite get oversold, but still pulled back to 36.8, which is pretty close. And some very nice bullish engulfing candles going on here on the 4-hour. So for the 1-hour, we currently got a bearish cross on the stochastic, and bullish momentum is getting a bit weaker. And the RSI just got quite overbought up around the 72 level. But on the 1-hour, it is still in a little bull flag. So bull flags more often than not break to the upside, but whenever you have all of the indicators currently looking like this, wouldn't surprise me if it cooled off or maybe even had a slight pullback before running again. But overall, the larger time frames, I'm really liking the looks of Polar right now. So if we get another nice little pump on the 4-hour here, let's say we get a little bit more bullish momentum coming in, the daily will probably cross bullish at that point, which Polar could be in for a very, very beautiful rally at that point. So overall, I'm actually really liking the looks of the Polar chart for now. Yeah, on the I'll just go to the half hour instead of 15-minute actually. So bullish momentum getting weaker. Stochastic is coiling up like it's trying to decide what to do though. And the candles is actually looking like it's still attempting to rally, which that would make the stochastic cross bullish if that happens. But we are still quite overbought on the RSI. So kind of showing like it's trying to decide which direction to break, and whenever it breaks it could be a pretty nice move. So if Polar does pull back a little bit, kind of just want to see a higher low, something above 2.0. Yeah, let's just say $2. If we form a higher low above $2, it's still looking fine if it pulls back. But if Polar does begin to run, it wouldn't take much for this asset to really begin to pop. Yeah, up 38.97% in the past 24 hours as well. Yeah, really nice chart for the time being on Polar. Is there any other assets that you guys want me to check out for you tonight? I'm going to check out the US 30 and see how the stock market's holding up. Okay, so the stock market still isn't looking great. Okay, there's not really bearish divergence after that little pullback in the wick there. But we were just very overbought. And the stochastic is currently cross bearish on the weekly. And we do have some bearish momentum looking like it's trying to build as well. And the stochastic on the daily is bearish, but it's looking like it's trying to round out. The RSI was actually just quite oversold on the daily chart, so that's nice. Came down to about 25.77. For the candles, it's looking like it's attempting to bearishly engulf for now. So for this asset to continue rallying, we ideally would like to see a higher low, probably above 33,050. I wouldn't be surprised if this did pull back to around 32,402, or potentially even the 382, which would be 29,663. If it came down to this 382 fib level, that would give us a support at previous resistance at this top that we had before the March dip. So at that point, Dow Jones would be looking absolutely amazing. But for now, it's kind of still looking sketchy, like it's not sure what it wants to do. Yeah, 4 hour, we just went from overbought to oversold in a pretty short period of time. The MACD I'm liking the looks of. Bearish momentum's getting weaker for now. Stochastic's cross bullish. RSI was just oversold. So on the 4 hour, I could see a nice case for a potential rally, as well as it's looking like it just formed a higher low here. And we just had some bullish divergence actually on the 1 hour. Okay, so with that 1 hour bullish divergence, bullish momentum growing on the MACD, and stochastics coiling up like it's trying to decide which way it wants to break. The smaller time frames, I'm actually starting to like the looks of the Dow Jones. So if we do get a nice rally and this stochastic on the daily crosses bullish again, I would then be liking the looks of the Dow Jones a lot more. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the stochastic in the coming days to see if we can get that bullish cross. And if we do get a bullish cross on the daily, I wouldn't be surprised if stocks got a beautiful rally at that point. Okay, so on the NASDAQ, that MACD is looking absolutely horrible. And stochastic is looking horrible as well, cross bearish on the weekly. And we did not get oversold on the RSI yet, and it's looking like it's still attempting to drop. There was just some very significant bearish divergence before we got this dip right here. And still not really looking that great. It's attempting to bearishly engulf right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why the MACD isn't showing here on the daily. Oh, there we go. So 3 days straight of the bulls losing momentum, but the stochastic's coiling up like it's trying to decide what to do. And the RSI was actually just very oversold at around 20. So if we end up forming a higher low right here, I wouldn't be surprised if we began to rally at that point, but I'd be keeping a very close eye on the NASDAQ to see if we form a low below 1,738. 4 hour I'm liking the looks of. So you can see that the bearish momentum getting weaker there on the MACD, bullish cross on the stochastic. It's just nice and oversold on the RSI. So I do see a case for a potential rally on the 4 hour. Maybe more consolidation than anything though. Yeah, I'm going to wait for more information to develop on the stock index, and then we'll come back to this over the next couple of streams to see how this all plays out. Honestly, at the point we're at, I wouldn't be surprised if stocks go either direction for the next little while. Gold is looking phenomenal on the weekly chart, and we're trying to get that higher high that I was talking about in previous streams. If we get a high above this previous high here, and then we come down and form a higher low around this level, forming support at previous resistance, gold will be looking absolutely amazing. So the MACD is showing that the bulls are attempting to gain momentum, stochastic cross bullish. Very clear breakout of this channel we were just in here. Now we're just attempting to break above this final fib level before we get up to all-time highs. Really like the looks of gold. So the daily, we just had the bears losing a lot of momentum, then a nice big bullish momentum spike. Stochastic is very clearly bullish for now. The RSI is overbought up around 72, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But the candles is looking absolutely great right here. So we got a nice bullish engulfing candle here. You can see that we're trying to break above these previous wicks that we had right here. And the 4 hour still looking amazing as well. Lots of bullish momentum, stochastic bullish on the 4 hour. The RSI is quite overbought on the 4 hour as well, but still pointing up nicely like it's trying to rally. And we got some very clear bullish engulfing candles going on here. Yeah, we're really close to breaking above that spike right there that we had at the peak. Okay, so on the 1 hour, we do have some bearish divergence currently. No clue what I just did to my chart there. There we go. So you can see the RSI is going from high to lower high, but the candles are just going up. So that would currently be a bearish divergence, which would be a sign of a potential either reversal or pullback. So the larger time frames are looking absolutely great on gold, but the 1 hour is kind of showing me that we could likely be in for some consolidation or maybe a minor pullback. Which, as long as we form a low above 1821 roughly, still looking really great, because that'd just be a higher low at that point. So we just formed a higher high. If we come down, form a higher low, run up, and then form another higher high, which would break us above that previous spike that we had right here. Gold would be looking absolutely great. So gold's one of my favorite looking charts that I've checked out so far tonight. And is there any other charts that you guys want me to check out for you tonight? Alright, Hex. So, on the weekly, the bears are losing momentum. The stochastic is coiling up like it's trying to decide which direction to go. And the RSI only got down to around 41, which wasn't that oversold. So, I just see a lot of consolidation here. It does look like Hex is actually in almost a giant pennant though, whichever direction it breaks from here, that could be either be an amazing rally or amazing dump. Yeah, daily stochastic cross bearish, MACD's losing bullish momentum, and the candle's looking like it's attempting to bearishly engulf. Bears are losing a bit of momentum, but the stochastic is still cross bearish. On the 4 hour, we did get just slightly oversold though, down around 28.88. I'm liking the looks of the 1 hour though. Stochastic's attempting to cross bullish here. The RSI was just down around 13.5. I'm seeing a lot of consolidation on Hex, but whenever it does decide to break one direction or the other, I think it's going to be a nice big move whichever way it decides to go. So I'll be keeping an eye on Hex to see where this goes in the coming days, to see which direction it decides to break, because if it does end up breaking to the upside, I think this will be in for a very nice rally as well. Alright, Alliance block. Let's see how that's looking tonight. Bearish momentum is losing strength, but the stochastic is currently still cross bearish. We are down around 5 though, so we're very significantly under that 20 zone. So it wouldn't take much for that to come back around and cross bullish. but the candles on the weekly do look like it's bearishly engulfing for now, which isn't really what we want to see. The stochastic just crossed bullish on the daily, but it looks like the MACD shows bulls losing momentum, and I'm not liking the looks of the candles for now. Can see that that's still bearishly engulfing and attempting to break under these wicks here. The 4 hour we were just quite oversold. Stochastic's bullish on the 4 hour, and the MACD shows that the bears are losing momentum. Looking more like consolidation than anything on the smaller time frames. The larger time frames kind of looks like it wants to keep on going to the downside for a little bit. Now, if the total crypto market cap does end up running, wouldn't take much for this to come back around and start running, especially the way that that daily stochastic is looking. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this is in for a bit further downside before anything happens. Which, let's see, probably around 0.265 roughly is where I could see that pulling back down to if it keeps on going, so about an 8-cent difference from where we are. Yeah, I'll wait for some more information to develop on this one, then I'll come back to Alliance Block as well. Alright, Quant. So we were just very oversold down around 15. Got a nice little rally. And looking like it's attempting to form a higher low. If the stochastic on the daily rounds out and comes back around, it'll be looking nice for a rally. And shows the bears are currently losing momentum on the 4 hour. And the stochastic's cross bullish, and the RSI was just quite oversold. So it's looking like it is attempting to form a higher low. Yeah, on the 1 hour, the stochastic was just quite oversold as well. Or the RSI, I mean. Stochastic is crossed bullish, and kind of attempting to grow in the bullish momentum, but I'm going to have to wait for a little more information on the MACD before we really see what's going on there. And waiting for more information on the candle as well, because this is just showing me indecision here, like it's not sure which direction it wants to go. So we just got a triple bottom right here on Quant, so I would be quite surprised if this does end up breaking this level. So down around 88.15 cents roughly is looking like a pretty solid floor for this asset. And previous all-time high was 488. So that's a pretty nice risk-reward ratio from where we are now. It's about a 4x to previous all-time highs almost. And this is one project that I'm very interested in as well, with their goal of interoperability. So this is down around a pretty nice accumulation level. We're currently under the 786 fib level. Just formed a nice little triple bottom here. And the asset overall is a very strong fundamental asset. So yeah, I'm probably going to be accumulating some Quant at these levels. Alright, CRV. Bearish momentum still growing. Stochastics crossed bearish. The RSI didn't really get that oversold yet. And the candle looks like it's bearishly engulfing on the weekly. And the daily's looking nicer than the weekly though. So we just got a nice big loss of bearish momentum, and then the bullish momentum came in. Loss in momentum, and now that's attempting to pick back up steam and some more bullish momentum come in. Stochastics crossed bullish, was just very oversold, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf here on the daily. And bullish engulfing candles on the 4 hour. There was actually just some bullish divergence right here as well. And stochastics cross bullish and bullish momentum growing. Smaller time frames are looking much nicer than the larger time frames on Quant for now. Bullish momentum still growing on the 1 hour. Stochastics coiling up like it's deciding what to do. RSI was just quite overbought, so it wouldn't surprise me if we've seen some consolidation there, but there was just a nice bullish divergence on the 1 hour as well. So the 786 fib would be 2.292 for CRV. So if it did end up pulling back further, I wouldn't be surprised if it just attempted to form a support around that fib level there. From the daily up though, I am liking the looks of CRV for now. Going to wait to see how this develops more, but overall from the daily and up from there, looking pretty nice. The weekly is all that we really want to see turn around. So if we see a higher low and honestly just one nice green candle coming in here, CRV will be looking a lot better at that point, so I'll be keeping an eye on CRV to see how this plays out. Yeah, if there's no other assets that you guys want me to check out for you tonight, I'll probably check out silver and then call it a night. Alright, so maybe it's kind of growing, but it's close. It's looking like the MACD on the monthly for silver is either flattening out or it's just very, very, very slight increases in bearish momentum. But honestly, it's looking like it's starting to flatten out here. The stochastic is coiled up, but currently cross bullish. We were just quite oversold on the monthly RSI, and there was some clear bearish divergence as well. So the candle formed a higher high, but the RSI formed a higher low, or a lower high. So this is looking like a pretty solid floor right here though. Just keeps coming down and wicking and touching here. We got a nice double bottom there. And bullish momentum growing on the MACD. Bullish cross on the stochastic on the weekly. And the RSI is looking like it's tempting to just keep on going to the upside and running. And it's attempting to bullishly engulf as well on the candles. So between the double bottom, stochastic, and MACD, really liking the looks of that, especially if we get a nice bullish engulfing candle here on the weekly. Alright, so for the daily, MACD shows the bulls gaining momentum. Stochastic is still cross bullish. We were just slightly oversold on the RSI, so it wouldn't really surprise me if it cooled off a little. But the way that these bullish engulfing candles are looking with the MACD and stochastic looking bullish, if we can get a nice higher high above this previous high, going to be looking really nice at that point, especially if we get a higher high than a higher low above these lows here. So for the 4 hour, bullish momentum's getting a bit weaker, but it's currently still cross bullish on the stochastic. And no bearish divergence on the RSI, at least not yet. And slight bullish engulfing candles as well going on. And we're also just under the 618 fib level, so that'd be a great accumulation zone there. Previous all-time high was just shy of $50, so a little over from double where we are to the previous all-time highs on silver. Yeah, kind of seeing some consolidation going on the 1 hour chart here. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait for a little more information to develop here, but I think there's more of a bullish case than bearish for silver, especially with that double bottom and the way that the indicators are looking on the weekly here. Alright, well if there's nothing else that you guys want me to check out for you, I'm going to call her a night. Alright, hope you have a great night everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.